What's going on, Bulls fans? Welcome to another live stream of Chicago Bulls Central. This one is a pregame for the Bulls versus Raptors, which is coming to us in a little over a half an hour. We get to see the Bulls face the Raptors, the return of Patrick Williams. It's the one thing I will say about this, right? In this just time period and era that we're in right now, is that it's difficult to watch Bulls basketball considering how much good college basketball is on all throughout the day. So I really hope the Bulls come in, show up, play well. And it's going to be good and exciting to see Patrick Williams get back on the floor as well. Having a player that's been out that long, you always look forward to when you're able to see them again. So yeah, definitely looking forward to that. I hope the Bulls play an exciting game today, win, lose, or draw. So yeah, and we'll get into that. Nick Tolliver's in the comments talking about Lonzo. But yeah, so we got an update on the whole Lonzo Ball situation. Looks like his body did not react well to some running, and they're going to sit him for another 10 days and reevaluate him again. Keep in mind, the Bulls have 12 games left in the regular season, so it's looking more and more likely, like my prediction of us not getting Lonzo Ball back this season is coming more and more clear. So we'll see what's going on with that. What's going on, Maddie? JC23 says WSG. I have no idea what that means, but what's going on? Pat is back. Let's go. Let's see. Haize, I notice when we lose games, we tend to have less viewers in the after game. Yeah, I mean I think that's typical. If you look at every Chicago Bulls channel, it's not just with live streams. Views are down when the Bulls are losing, right? So that's just I think that's with all sports in general. If your team's doing bad, you're going to get less views because people just don't want to hear a breakdown of their team being bad, especially when it's a long losing streak. So yeah, it happens, unfortunately, especially when it's several games in a row, but that just comes with the territory. I kind of expected that. Matter of fact, I would the video that I posted yesterday on a Sunday, no less, doing 4,000 views really surprised me. It's not that we hit that at times, especially with news, but considering everything that's been going on, it's harder to get that. But that's just it comes with the territory. Like I said, it really just comes with the territory. That means what's good. See, that's my age, Sean. I'm 35 years old. I know a lot of the viewers here. It's so funny because I look at the statistics and it's really setting in, right? That like a lot of my viewers are considerably younger than me. And I doubt they even know how old I am because I know I don't look at or act it to a degree, but yes, acronyms fuck me up. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. And they use acronyms for everything nowadays. Hi from the UK, staying up this late to watch basketball is crazy. Mr. Calvero, I grew up in Italy and Germany, so I know all that pain that you're feeling, brother. All that pain that you're feeling. I'm actually happy you didn't watch. Oh no, I watched it. Oh, I don't miss Bulls games. I just didn't do the stream, but I watched the game. What happens tonight? I mean, they lose. That's it. That's kind of it right now. Who has a higher ceiling, Patrick Williams or Scotty Barnes? It's hard not to say Scotty Barnes. I'm a Bulls homer, so I'm always going to pick my team in most cases and not be unbiased. But I will say that it's hard not to say Scotty Barnes right now, especially just because we haven't seen Patrick. Well, we don't know what that second year leap would look like for Patrick Williams, and even then, Patrick Williams is now on such an improved team that I don't think we will really see how much Patrick Williams is improving for a while now. For maybe until DeMar leaves, just because he's not going to be relied to do the same or have the same freedom that Scotty Barnes has in some ways. Hey, I really believe that Lonzo is going to be back with the team right before the end of the NBA season, right before the playoffs stay up. Listen, you can believe that, and hats off to you for staying optimistic. But if they're not even letting him come back to run for 10 days, let's just keep in mind. So 10 days, that puts him that's a week and a half. So that would mean that already he's going to miss the next 5 to 6 games. And then even then, it's not like he was back with contact practice. So if they're just saying 10 days until he gets back to where he was, it's looking more and more unlikely that he's going to be back playing before the end of the season. J Mac in the building. Pat is back. Yes. Yes. which I still got to get with you and Brandy about the Zoom meeting, which I keep forgetting to do, and that's my fault. We need a setup. There is one. It's in my shorts. I did a short. I have 3 different sets that I can record from in my studio, and I did a short video of all 3 sets. So it's up there. Julie is in the building. She says, "Hey, Hayes, ready for the game?" Absolutely. You already know. Run with us says, not gonna lie. See, I know that one. This may be the most excited I've been for the Bulls in a long time. Hype for Paul's return. Yeah, I'm really, really happy to see him. Vincent Harris. Hope we can get this win tonight. I have to watch a Chicago Bulls game in 3 weeks because of work. I have not watched. Damn, you haven't watched a game in 3 weeks? The longest time I go without watching the Bulls game is in the off season. Like during the season, it's whatever the schedule is. I don't miss Bulls games. Don't miss Bulls games. But hey, I understand, especially with work, that's out of your control. I didn't say that to shame you. That is completely out of your control. Still crazy hearing his name in the NBA after witnesses motherfuckers not picking him up in pickup ball. Who you talking about? CJ the Truth says, "What's good, Hayes? Hit the like button, good people. Absolutely, hit the like button. Hit the like button." Looking for Bulls to get that defensive edge back, Jay. Yeah, hopefully. Hopefully, man, I hope he can get back to how he was looking in the beginning of the season. Patrick Williams wasn't looking good at the beginning of the season. That's who you're talking about. If you're talking about Lonzo or Caruso, we'll see. Wait a second. They made the change. Bucket Vibe TV says Alex Caruso starting tonight. I figured that was coming. Honestly, with the Bulls needing a change, with the chemistry that Io and Kobe have coming off the bench, with just Io possibly hitting a version of the rookie wall, right? Not the same rookie wall that we used to hear about in like the late 90s, early 2000s, but all those things going and Caruso getting his legs back under him, it really does make sense for him to be the starter. He's better defender than Io DeSumo. Io's good and he's going to be great. I really do think Io's going to be a great defender when it's all said and done. But Caruso's better at this point. Caruso's a more reliable shooter. He's not going to pass up shots like Io does sometimes when he gets in his head. I really do. I think that's the right move to make. And that's not to shit on Io or to say that Io still his potential is any lessened because of that. When you look at everything that's come into the season and the role that he's played the last 30 games almost, yeah, Io's done a very respectable job. His numbers as a starter are very respectable for a rookie on a team that has playoff aspirations. So, but I think that's the right decision, especially going down the stretch, having a back-to-back, right? We play Toronto today, Milwaukee tomorrow. It makes sense to put Alex Caruso back in that starting lineup. It just makes sense. Just watch those shorts. It looks sick. Want to see the couch setup be used. That's going to be used more for. I'm gonna try when on the Bears channel. So shout out to Chicago Bears Central. When I do the after game live streams, that's gonna be it. I'm actually gonna redo the background. I'm gonna hang up a Walter Payton and a Michael Jordan frame posters over there. And then I want to get a new couch. The way that couch is made, it's more of a relaxing watching TV couch than a sitting up presenting couch. So I may get 2 separate seats to fix that set. So like when I have guests and stuff, and we'll basically I'm revamping it over the course of the summer, and so we'll see by the start of football season it should be revamped. So I'm going to use that one a little bit more. Jafiri says, "How impactful do you see Patrick Williams being tonight? I know we shouldn't expect him to do anything special the first couple games, but as a Bulls fan, it's going to be a while before you see Patrick Williams go off. In my opinion, I could be wrong with that. Even when you look at how the amount of time that he was out, people forget too that he did miss a lot of the offseason with injury too, right? And then he came back for 5 games, and then he missed so big of a stretch. Um, and even looking at, like I said, Kobe White, it took Kobe White 10 or 11 games before Kobe White looked anything remotely like a good version of Kobe White. So it could be a while, but it's good that he does have 12 games to ramp it up. I don't know how much in the regular season, especially in this game, we're going to see him impact, but I definitely think by the playoffs, we're going to see a big impact from Patrick Williams on the defensive end, probably more than likely. But if he hits those corner threes consistently, it's going to be very, 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 very good. Did you hear about the coach's wife bringing Pat Will cook? What kind of cookies we talking about? What type of cookies? Cookies means a lot of things. A lot of things, man. What type of cookies we talking about? I'm gonna leave that alone. When will Chicago be the top 10 team? Yes, I know injuries, but they still should have beaten a few of them by now. Keep in mind, they beat Brooklyn, they beat Denver. All this top team, and it keeps changing because at first it was the Bulls haven't beat a team with a 600 record. Then it was the Bulls haven't beat teams ranked in the top three. Then it was teams that Bulls haven't ranked, and it fluctuates based off those their current records at the time. The Bulls have played very well against top teams. We're not getting into that. Like, but I will say we need to see them this week. We need to see them beat Milwaukee this week. I would love to see them beat Milwaukee. Those cheesehead bastards need to go down. But over the course of the stretch, so we got Toronto tonight, Milwaukee. We still got Miami, another game against Milwaukee, another game against Boston. So that's all before the end of the season. I would like to see them get two or three games out of that. Cookies. Yeah, that's what they say. The oatmeal cookies. And I see that's an old joke. Yeah, if y'all don't know the whole your mama bake oatmeal cookie jokes, then then you won't get it. I think that's you gotta be a 90s baby to understand that one. Middleton is out tomorrow, by the way. I mean, hey. This is I love this comment. On the Chicago's injury, I feel like everybody either overrates or underrates their injuries. We're easily one of the most injured teams in the league, but it's not only the reason. It's not the only reason, but I think the injuries and injuries aren't the same. Even missing, for example, some of your starters isn't the same for every team. When you look at the Bulls injuries, right? Lonzo and Patrick Williams were specifically in that starting lineup at the beginning of the season to cover up Vooch's defensive lapses. That is the specific reason why they were there. Patrick Williams, I mean, sorry, Lonzo is such a good pick and roll defender on top of being a communicator. Patrick Williams is such a good and versatile defender as well. They were out there to help mitigate some of Vooch's issues. So when you take that away, those issues become magnified because that's why proper team construction is a thing. Now, I do think that this front office is going to fix the back end of that bench to really help fix some of the holes that we've seen. Scoring off the bench is one. Defense, consistency off the bench is going to be another. I think this front office is going to really look to fix those things in this offseason. But yeah, cheesehead bastards, I'm dead. Hey man, listen, it's really going. Subscribe to Chicago Bears Central because if you want to hear cheesehead rants, wait till we play the Packers this year. I almost called them the fuckers. Wait until we play the Packers this year. I got cheesehead jokes for days. Diane Jeffrey says, "What's up, Haize? Do get the same feeling about people coming back as in when the Derrick Rose came back from his. Oh, I wouldn't say that's necessarily the same. He hasn't had the impact that Derrick Rose has had, but I get what you're saying with that. You think DeMar will get back to his eliteness this season? I do. I really do think it's a tired thing. That's my honest opinion, man. What's up, Haize? I know you call me crazy, but I'm really scared of Boston if we meet them in a 7-game series. When you think about it, uh, we have more defense than the offensive. No, I mean, no. Why would I? No, if you watch Locked On Bulls, Pat said the same thing. Boston doesn't scare me. And I know some people they're playing their best basketball of the season right now. Don't get me wrong, and they're elite. They are an elite defensive team right now, but they don't scare me. Especially if the Bulls are fully healthy, they don't scare me at all. Lonzo not being there, still don't scare me, right? But it brings a little bit more holes, but we'll see. Packers fans or Knicks fans, which Knicks Knicks fans are so much louder than Packers fans. Like Packers fans aren't like literally if the Packers were 7-9, they would be like, okay, we need to shut up a little bit. Maybe we'll talk about the potential next season, but we need to shut up. The Knicks can go 0-82, and Knicks fans would still be talking about, oh, if every other team in the NBA loses tonight, we can still make the play. We're still a better team. You guys just sleep. Knicks fans are the fucking worst. But the worst fan base is the fucking Toronto Raptors fan base, who I hope you get to punch in the face today. Well, they don't have the draft capital to do that, and it's not going to be a bunch of crazy trades. It's just not going to be that. Boston scares me, shaking my head. Yeah, they fuck Boston. Wrong with us says Patrick has the potential to be a great defender. Right now, he is good, but I don't think he is laterally quick enough to be the lateral. I've said that too. Patrick Williams' lateral quickness is that's why he would never be able to switch on a lot of two guards, right? Some two guards he could, but he won't never be the versatile defender that guards like that switches on guards, forwards, and some bigs. Now the bigs and some small forwards, yeah, there are going to be some small forwards that Patrick Williams can't fuck with, just depending on who they're facing. But listen, Patrick Williams is a great defender, a good defender, and has the capability to be elite defender. Even elite defenders have certain people that they can't guard, and even bad defenders or okay defenders have some players and matchups that they can be elite at. It just really depends on how else they fill out the roster. What is the update? So the update on Lonzo Ball is that Lonzo, his body responded bad to running. They're shutting him down basically for another 10 days before they even get him back to doing those type of things. So that's the Lonzo Ball. Patrick Williams lateral movement is slower because he got got tree trunk thighs. God damn, three T words in a row. Wait, you doing heavy Patrick Williams thigh research, brother? Is that what you doing? I'm just fucking with you. That's my boy Ricky. Shout out to Ricky Fontaine. Um, let's see. I'm not doing any Lonzo Ball stand narrative. I'm just not doing it. Not doing that. The Lonzo news is disappointing not only for this season but for his future with us. I really love. Well, the good thing is that Miss MCL, and it wasn't like he didn't get it fully removed. It's a better long term prognosis because it was repaired and reattached. So I'm not worried about it long term. Now, is he somebody that you always have to worry about some injuries? He's shown that over the course of his season, yes. I mean, of his career, yes. So you kind of I definitely get you there, but I don't think that thing is going to be a big thing. Bobby G. No, how about you go? It's so the thing that always is funny to me on YouTube, and this isn't just directed at Billy G, is the people who either want to hear their opinions come out of somebody else's mouth or want to hear somebody say exactly what they want to hear at the time, right? Like, and that's never going to be me. Like, it's never going to be me. There are literally people not, and this again, this is not directed towards Bobby G, but like really people who get mad in the comments because they don't hear me regurgitate their opinion, and it's like that's start your own. If you just want to hear your own opinion reverberated, start your own channel and replay that bitch all the time, right? Yeah, you want to talk shit? Let's play. Oh man. Do. Do you think we can get Kofi? I think it's possible when you look at where he's predicted, right? It's late first round to early second round. That's exactly where the Bulls are going to be picking with their pick. I think right now the Bulls would have the 26th pick in the draft. The only thing that may deter me from them doing that, right, or think that they won't do that, is that they already have a big man project in Marco Simonovic. And while Kofi does have some good upside, he has some really glaring holes potentially as well. He has a ton of potential. Would I be mad if they drafted Kofi? No, not at all. I mean, I just don't know if that's the route they're going to go. I don't even know. My biggest thing is I don't think they're going to keep their own draft pick. They couldn't trade it this trade deadline, but I do think that they're going to move. Maybe package it with if they decide to move off from Kobe. Maybe package it with somebody else like Tony Bradley to get rid of him, right? And then bring something back or just free up a roster spot and get rid of some salary. I just don't know. I don't know if this front office at this point with the team that they see they have now, if they want to add more potential or if they want to add more sure things to compete now. It really depends. They can go either way. So that's kind of my prediction there. As of right now, we'll do more of that coverage as we head into the season. Finally got our real power forward back. Well, we'll see. He's back, right? He's back, but we need to see him work his way back into being that starting power forward. So Mr. Cavero, I'm new to this channel. Do you do commentary during the game to listen? No, I do not do that. That's not a skill set that I have. So you get pregame shows, halftime hangouts, and post game lives for me, and I do pre-recorded videos all throughout the week. But live game calls, I don't do that. Great people for that are BKR Sport. He's over in the UK. He's great at the live calls. The Windy City Breeze does amazing live calls as well. And I feel like I'm missing somebody else. But they do amazing work with the live calls. That's just a skill set. I curse too much during games. I get pissed off. I couldn't sit there and be entertaining. So no, I don't do live calls during games. Honestly, I really hope D Rose ends his career as a Bull. Imagine if here's the thing, right? That when this offseason, when they announced Alex Caruso signing for the exact same contract, basically the Derrick Rose got minutes after Derrick Rose re-signed with the Knicks, I think that closed the door on that. I don't see it happening, especially with Derrick Rose not staying healthy. Maybe he does one of those ceremonial contracts that like Joe Kim Noah, Luau Dang did when they retired, where they signed one-day contracts to retire as a Bull. But I don't know if we see Derrick Rose play for the Chicago Bulls again. I just don't know that, especially with like the rise of Io DeSumo, how long we're going to have Caruso here, Lonzo Ball being under contract. When you just look at that, that's not even talking about Kobe White, right, being here possibly long term. I think that window may have closed. So will it be a tough decision to choose between Marco? Oh no, they can play together in the future. That's yeah, no, you don't have to choose between the two. Like, and even if they don't play together, bench is a thing, right? Like bench scoring is a thing, bench production is a thing. So I don't think it's ever that they're choosing between Pat Will and Marco Simonovic. I don't ever think that's going to be the thing. Wait, you think the Bulls are going to trade Kobe and Tony Bradley and get another first round pick on top of getting Maxi? That's a fan trade, Reginald. You know I love you, bro. You're one of my biggest supporters. That's a 2K trade. That's not a realistic trade. If the Bulls, they're not getting a first round pick. They're not getting a first round pick back for that, bro. It's just not happening. That's not realistic, fam. People stop talking about. Listen, it never stops for some reason. It literally never stops. P. Will looked and sounded a lot more mature in his pregame interview. I'm excited to see him rhythm and his increased basketball. That's one thing that they said. They were showing him tape this whole time. So what that basketball IQ increases like could be huge for this team. So yeah. Why you have this weird feeling that Tristan? No, they definitely will play together. Keep in mind too, I think people forget that P. Will played all last season at small forward. Him coming off the bench allows him to play three different potential roles. Because keep in mind, if Derrick Jones Jr. played some minutes at the center, I don't hesitate to see Billy Donovan play Patrick Williams at the center for some stretches. Patrick Williams is going to be on the floor with Tristan Thompson at times. I wouldn't worry about that, brother. I really wouldn't worry about that. He will put on muscle in his time off, which will be helpful at power forward. And that's one thing too that I think people forget is that yes, while in your mind it doesn't sound like a big leap going from guarding threes to playing the three to playing the four, it literally who's guarding you, who you have to guard is a completely different style playing the three versus the four. So Patrick Williams moving to that, there was a learning curve for that. Has that learning curve been lessen some with his time to really study basketball? Maybe. We'll see. So when people talk about how Patrick Williams played at the beginning of the season, I think they forget too. Not only was he playing on a vastly improved team with players he never really played with before, but he was also playing a role that was uncommon to him. And people still forget too. Patrick Williams wasn't even a starter in college, and he came to basketball late. There's a lot of room when you look at all those things. You start seeing why people have that potential of Patrick Williams being so high. Hasn't played basketball very long at all. Has a grown man body. He had one at 19 years old. He's gotten bigger with that, and his versatility in the different positions and how he's being used differently. Patrick Williams has a lot of room to grow. It doesn't necessarily. It means that they're basically shutting them down for another 10 days before they even get close to evaluating them again. 10 days puts them out six. I think I did the number 6 or 7 games, which means that, and that's just to get back where he was. Keep in mind, he wasn't doing contact practice yet. That's still another step. He still has to do contact practice before he comes back to games. So you're looking at, if he's not getting back to running for 10 days, and then he still has to be evaluated. Then they're going to give him a couple of days of running before they reevaluate him to see if he can come back to contact. That's right there the start of the playoffs. So we're looking at Patrick Williams. I mean, not Patrick Williams, Lonzo Ball potentially not coming back until the second round of the playoffs. Realistically, now it could be a lot sooner than that too. But just being realistic, we're looking at maybe he won't come back for the first round of the playoffs. Let's see what else we got. Bobby G, listen here. Let me tell you something. First of all, your name's Bobby. Shut the fuck up. Secondly, don't come in this chat talking about what dude doesn't answer. Get your own motherfucking channel. Go to your bitch ass mama and tell her that she should have raised her son better. Don't come in this comments with that bullshit, bro. Don't do that shit. This is not the channel for that shit. I'm not one of the motherfuckers who's not gonna flame your ass. Watch yourself. That's all I'm gonna say. Watch yourself. And I have a name. My name is Haize, motherfucker. Your mama knows it. So make sure you say it next time you got something to say to me. How about you do that? Let's go ahead and move on. Crazy how at not one point this season our guard rotation has ever been fully healthy. Crazy, right? When you think about it, crazy, crazy. Leviant clothing. I don't know why. I'm just now thinking about this. Why don't we assign Matt to the Windy City and bring Marco back? Oh, so veterans, when there are players that are that experienced, you can't just assign them to Windy City. They have to accept the assignment there. So he's not going to do that. So they could cut him, right, and then bring Marco up, but that's really about it. Let's see. Blah says, I love you. Hey, man, listen. Listen, y'all already know. People really be trying to come up in here and they don't realize. Like, I didn't even flip the hat around there. When you stop arguing with people that don't have a profile pic, hey, you right about that one. You right about that one. You old boy with no neck never came back to the chat. Quan and old boy with no neck never came back. Would you rather DeJounte Murray or Lonzo in the current? A fully healthy Lonzo, I'm taking over for this roster, right? I'm not saying he's the better player or anything, but for this roster and what Lonzo brings, especially if Lonzo can get unleashed like we know he can be, I'll take Lonzo. But yeah. Let's see what else we got. What does this mean? I'm still Chicago. Don't get it twisted. What is that supposed to mean? Niggas get their ass whooped in Chicago. It's funny when people use the reputation of the city to talk about them like there's not bitch ass niggas also in Chicago. Fuck. Shit. Shit. Moving on. Moving on. This video isn't getting monetized. He ordered a neck off Amazon. He coming back just. We need a montage of Petty. That would be funny as hell. Listen, that shit is crazy, man. That shit crazy. Man, yeah, they got me now. Wait, I said it twice? Did I say it twice for real? Damn, man. Oh, there goes the monetization on this video, y'all. So we might as well go ahead and let loose now because they ain't finna let me monetize this shit at this point. Um, oh, he said, no, I thought you were from Chicago, bro. Oh no, not from Chicago, fam. My dad's from Chicago. Really, I did in the same sentence? I didn't even realize it, man. I didn't even realize it. Damn it. Damn it. Shit. What's up, Spice Bands? What's going on, little bro? How you feeling today, fam? I haven't checked out your channel in a minute either. I'm not even gonna lie, they've been busy as shit. But what's going on, Spice Bands? What would you do if you had a gun to your head and said you either have to watch Inside the Chicago Bulls or Packer highlights? Oh, damn. Shit. Shit. Packers highlights, because at least Packer highlights are actual basketball, right? Like Inside the Chicago Bulls is just bullshit. This guy's gangster real name players. Oh man, that is funny. Wow. Wow. Bobby is gone. Listen, Bobby went to go, Mama, you know Hayes. Mama, this nigga fuck. Shit. Fuck. Damn it. God damn it. Shit. Fuck it. All right. Let's see what else we got. Spice Band says Inside the Chicago Bulls pisses me off. Can't believe he has the most subs in the well, he doesn't anymore. Bull Central passed him up. So thank God for that. Thank God for that. Thank God for that. Oh man. Jesus Christ. Oh man. All right, listen. It's over with. It's over with. Oh man. Man, listen, it's so funny now. Now watch. This is what YouTube's so petty. So because I said it 3 times now on this, they're not going to ding this video because it's live. But I guarantee you, when I go live at halftime, they're not even going to push out notifications. Like that's YouTube is the pettiest fucking platform in the world. The pettiest platform in the world. We trading. Hey, don't whoa Detroit. Trade me to Iraq, brother. I'd rather go to Iraq than Detroit. God damn, come on, man. Oh man, all right, y'all. I'm out. I appreciate y'all so much, man. For real. I'll be here at halftime with you guys, man. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. I know Bobby probably already hit the dislike button, so fuck Bobby and his mama. But I love you guys, man. I'll see you guys at halftime. Peace, y'all.